Okay, so I got this in the mail. This should be a copy of Aesop Rock's new single, Long-Legged Larry. So he just released this song probably a couple weeks ago at this point. He released a whole line of clothing with it and even a little frog plush, which I considered buying. Unfortunately, it was $50, and I mean, I'm known to spend unnecessary amounts of money on stupid items, but that just didn't quite make the cut. But if you haven't heard the song, it's, I guess the best way to describe it, it's a kid's tune. It's about a frog named Larry that basically goes around town saving, random people. Saves somebody from a tower, saves a cat out of a tree. Just with his jumping abilities. But in terms of packaging, I mean, this pretty standard stuff. I believe all that's on here, yeah, it's the main song and then an instrumental version. So, like I said, if you haven't checked it out, it's definitely worth listening to. It's pretty funny. And Aesop Rock is normally known for just these super detailed, involved lyrics, and this is definitely more of a starter song. He's got some pretty interesting lines in there, but it's nothing compared to like what he normally does. So probably anything else that's going to be in here, maybe a download card. Yeah, yep. So download card, and looks like just a normal 7-inch single, but on this pretty nice green. So I'll go put this on and give it a spin and kind of let you know what I think. I doubt it's going to be anything crazy in terms of sound quality differences, but yeah. Got the single placed on the Audio-Technica LP120. This is directly connected to the Project 2-Box S2. There is a preamp normally built into this record player, but I have manually disconnected that and fed everything directly into the Project 2-Box. From there, everything moves into the Marantz SR 5012. This is a just normal home theater system receiver. I think it's a 7.2 channel, but for the record player, I'm only doing 2 channel. I guess it would be 2.1. It does feed some of the lower end frequencies into the subwoofers that I have. From here, I go directly into the Bowers & Wilkins 702 S2s, I believe that's what they're called. I've had these, they're just normal floor standing speakers. I think I've had these for 3 or 4 years at this point. And then going into the Bowers & Wilkins 10-inch sub. So I'll listen to that along with Hetfield, and we'll give you a final review. So I finally got a chance to check out the single. It's obviously been a day since I unboxed it. I just didn't get a chance to do it yesterday. So in terms of sound quality, everything sounded great. Everything, is feeding into my receiver, so I do get a little bit of personal influence on the way things sound when they, get put back into my ear. So I don't have the bass cranked too much. I know some people are like super big bass heads, so they'll, kind of crank bass. That's not usually how I will listen to music, especially something like this where the lyricism is usually the forefront of the song. But like I said, everything sounded great on it. In terms of comparison between like the Spotify and the Apple versions, those are the only 2 versions that I've listened to. This definitely compares to it. I do notice like on the Spotify versions, you lose a little bit of sound quality, and I'm not sure if that's like a problem with like streaming it to an iPhone, if that's the case. But I do notice on that the Spotify versions are usually a little less superior to the Apple versions, like I said, at least on the iPhone. I'm sure, on Android or on the PC, that's probably not the case, but that's at least my personal experience. The only negative that I have for this is on the platter while I was spinning it, the record was a little bit warped, so it didn't affect the sound quality at all while I was listening to it. It's just more of a a physical thing that you see. You're watching the record, take loops around, and it's just kind of doing this number. So that's a little unfortunate. I would assume that was caused because it traveled into Texas, and I think when I got this, it was probably in the 90s. So weather does affect a lot of these vinyls. So I've had many items get damaged just specifically because of heat. So I would imagine that that's what happened to this. Like I said, music wise or the music quality, no difference on that. It's like I said, it's just a little unfortunate whenever you're paying $20 for something. Then this is only a single. And it comes in and it's not 100%. But like I said, otherwise totally good. If you're thinking about picking this up, I'll link it down below. I know at one point it was sold out, but I do believe that it is back in stock. So if you are a fan of Aesop rock, then definitely add this to your collection. It's a great song. If you have listened to the song and you would like to own it, I do have an extra copy of the digital download because whenever I bought this, they just sent me a digital version of it as soon as I did the pre-order for it. So if you would like to own a version of it, just either leave a comment, message me, however you want to get in touch with me. I'll definitely pass this out because it's just going to go to waste on my part. But if you like this, give it a like. I have some other videos kind of coming up on the pipeline. I've got some unboxings. You may be able to see them up there. I've got some unboxings of some Transformers and of some All Elite Wrestling action figures. And then I have a personal project with, building a shelf. So I have some few things coming up. But if you like this, I pretty much buy music all the time. So I will have records coming in probably a couple times a month. So just, give it a like. Let me know that you enjoy this type of review. And we'll see you on the next one.